guys, welcome back to my channel. In my last video, I have discussed about the strings data type. Now, in this video, I am going to discuss the next and the first sequential data type in Python, lists. Okay? First of all, lists are the collection of items, and the items can be of same type or of different type. Remember that lists are always mutable objects. That is, you can change the items within the list whenever you need. Okay, now I am opening my PyCharm. Let us see the assignment of elements to lists and the basic operations of lists. I am naming my first list to be list 1 is equals to, remember that list must be always placed between square braces and the items in the list are separated by a comma separator. Okay, now I am having the string items in my list. The first, let it be yellow. Remember that even within the list the strings must be placed within quotation marks. They may be single or double quotation. Red, green. In this way you can assign values to the list. Now print list 1. I am running my program. Yeah, it has printed me my list, right? Now I have said that the items can be of same type or of different type. Here in my list 1, all the items are of same type, right? Now I am adding some more items, 1 and also some floating point value 20.8. Now I'll run my program again. Yeah, it has returned, right? So the list items need not be of same type. Now let us see how to access the elements of list. Remember that the indexing of list always starts with 0. That is, in our list the yellow element has index 0 and 0 and red has index 1, green 2, 1, 3 and 20.8 to be 4. Okay. Now let us print the first element of my list. List 1 of 0. Now let me run my program again, run lists. Yeah, we have got yellow, the first element of the list. In the same way you can get any element from the list. Okay, now lists also have negative indexing. As in strings we have discussed that strings have negative indexing, and the negative indexing starts from the last element and ends with the first element. The last element has the index -1 and the before element has -2, green has -3, red -4 and yellow -5. Okay, now let us print list -2. Run list, type object, list 1 of -2. Run list. Okay, yeah, we have got 1 I have said that 20.8 is the -first element and 1 is the -second element. Okay, now as in the strings we can also slice the list elements. I want the values from 2 to 4. Now I'll run my program again, run lists. Yeah, green and 1. You can place the starting value. Remember that the starting value is never counted. Okay, green 0, 1, 2. The second element is counted and the fourth element, that is the last, the ending value, the fourth value is not counted. It is given only up to third element. Okay, Now you can also use negative indexing to slice your list. Okay, let us see how is it possible. Now in this list I want elements from -4 to -1. I'll run my program again. Yeah, red, green and 1. Here this is the -4th element and this is the -1st element. As we have discussed before, the last element is not counted. So before that 1. Until 1 it has given us the output. Now let us see how can we update the values of list. Okay, let me remove all this. Now list 1 of 1 is equals to, now this time I want purple. Okay, run. Sorry, let me print my list again. Print list 1. This statement prints the list element before updating and this statement prints after updation of our list. Now let us see the difference. Run list. Yeah, the second element has been changed to purple. Now what if I want to update my list value but I don't want to remove any element. Here I have updated my first element to be red, but my red has been removed, right? How can I do that without deleting any value? I want to add some value to my list. How can I do that? Yeah, I'll remove all this. You can append the list values list1 dot append purple. This statement adds the purple element at the end of my list. Okay, now let us see how it happens. Print list 1. Now I'm running my program. Run list. Sorry. Yeah, it has added the purple element to the end of my list, right? Now I want my purple element to be at the first place. How can I do that? I'll remove all this and I can insert any element at any place I want using the insert operation. List1 dot insert 1 comma, the first parameter is the index where you want to add your list object. Now the second one is the object. I want my object to be purple, right? Now let us see what happens. Print list 1. Run list. Yeah, it has added the purple element to the first place of my list, right? Now I want to remove all the integral and floating point values from my list. You can do that by using remove method. Okay, list1 dot remove. The list has so many functions or methods. I'll throw them in the description box given below. In this video I'll show only some methods and how to use them. Okay, remove is one of the list method. List1 dot remove, specify value 1. Okay, now let us again print list 1. I'll run my program. Yeah, now I want to remove the last element from the list. List1 dot pop. Print list 1. Now I'm running my program. Run list. Yeah, it has removed the one first Firstly, I have removed 1 from my list, and then I have removed 20.8, that is the last item of my list. Now you can delete the list values based on your index. Now I don't want red in my list. That is, red is at first place of my list. It has first index. I'll use del keyword del list1 of 1. Now I'll again print my list. I'll run my program, run list. Yeah, yellow, green, right? It has removed red from my list. So in this way you can remove the element from the list using index. You can also delete complete list by using del keyword, del list1. Now this statement must throw me an error because I am trying to print an element, a list, which is not at all present. Run list. Sorry, it hasn't printed anything. The last statement is not, yeah, we have got an error. Line 10, name list1 is not defined. Okay, so you can delete the complete list element using del keyword. Now I am removing this. I don't want my list to be removed. And you can also use some of the methods like copy, clear. Now let me clear all the elements from my list. List1 dot clear. Now I'll run my program. First of all I'll print list1. According to my assumption, this must print an empty list. Okay, let us see what happens. Run list. Yeah, it is printing an empty list, right? It has cleared all the elements from the list. So in this way, without deleting the whole list, you can clear all the items from the list. Now let us see how we can copy a list element to another list element. Now I am naming another list. List2 is equals to list1 dot copy. Now I'll print list2. Sorry, first of all I'll clear this. Print list2. I'll run my program again. Run list. Yeah, it has printed the same list element, right? But remember that the IDs of list1 and list2 are different. Print ID of list1 comma ID of list2. I'll run my program again. Sorry, spelling mistake. Run list. Yeah, the two IDs are so different, right? So list2 is just a copied element of list1. It is not equal to list1. Okay, in this way we have so many methods in list. I'll throw them in description box. You can go through them. Now you can also concatenate two lists as we concatenate two strings. Okay, now I'm having another list. List2 is equals to orange, white. I'm having just two elements in my second list. Now I'll concatenate two lists. Print list1 plus list2. Now I'll run my program. Yeah, this returns a single list with a combination of elements of list1 and list2. So these are some operations which can be done using lists. Now let us see membership operators, how they work with lists. Do not worry if you don't know about membership operators. I'll teach them in my coming videos. For now, just go through my video, okay? print. I want to check if red is present in my list or not. Print red in list 1. This will return a boolean value that is true or false. If red is in list 1, it will return true. Otherwise, it will return false. Run list. Yeah, red is in list 1. Now, if you want to check if red not in list 1, red not in list 1. It will return false if red is in list 1, and if red is not in list 1, it will return true. True, and the second one is false. Here I'll give another element for better understanding. Orange not in list 1. Run list. This time both the statements are true. Okay. Now I'll use for loop within my list. For items in list 1, print item. Run list. Yeah, this has printed all my list items, right? In this way you can use list and their basic operations. Okay, that's all about lists. I'll throw some methods of lists in my description box. You can go through them and practice them. So in my coming video, I'll teach you about tuples. Bye.